I got a real great question the other day saying, Matt, if I'm over like 6'2", are certain moves in calisthenics just out of my reach, like pistol squats, front levers, and so on? This is a great question to be asking because it's not just about height. We've come across this sort of notion all the time where people will say, no, if you're a certain height, certain things you can't do. Or if you're a certain age, certain things you can't do. Or you're certain gender even, men can do this, but women, you can't get pull-ups and all these other ideas. Now, there's two attitudes that we can take to this kind of message out there. One is the plug your fingers in your ears and just sing la, 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 and ignore it and say, nah, age doesn't matter, height doesn't matter, your weight doesn't matter, gender doesn't matter, and all this sort of thing. The idea behind this message is anybody can strive and progress towards things, which is a good message to have. But on the other hand, when you take it to an extreme, it's a completely foolish notion. Because of course there's going to be differences. Of course your height and your age and your gender and your history and your genetics and all of these other sorts of things are going to have an influence on your potential. We're not all the same. Some things are going to come easier to you because of how you're built, because of your history, because of things we probably don't even understand yet. So it's foolish to say, doesn't matter at all, ignore these messages. At the same time, we don't want to go on the other side and be like, yep, it's completely correct. Women will never do pull-ups, tall guys can't do pistol squats, short guys can't play basketball, and all these other sorts of ideas. Because that's self-defeating. And it basically cuts you off from making any sort of progress before you even get started. Here's what I recommend. Take these messages in and kind of entertain the thought for just a moment and recognize that, yes, maybe there's going to be a bit of inherent challenge there. It may be harder for you to do certain things than someone else, but guess what? That's life. We all have something that we're going to be inherently better at and something we're inherently not going to be as good at. And does it really determine your ultimate destiny? Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on how you relate to it. So I encourage you to, instead of thinking if it's possible or not possible, focus on your progression. Because your ultimate goal isn't going to come from crossing some sort of mythical finish line or milestone. It's about taking whatever you can do now and getting 1% better by next week, tomorrow, next month, or whatever the case may be. Focus on progressing what you can do now, and you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish, regardless of what other people say is possible or not. All right, let me know your thoughts down below. Check out these videos for more. Subscribe here if you like these kinds of videos as well. Till then, be fit, live free.